it. Good morning. So as you saw, my morning started very early. I woke up at 6 a.m, made myself a coffee, had a little training session, got a good sweat on, and then I sat down and did a bunch of emails. I'm gonna take you through my day of running 2 companies and staying on track with my life, you know, like no one told me being an adult was this hard. Why do they not teach you this shit in school? I don't understand. They don't teach you the fact that you've got to do taxes. They don't teach you the fact that you've actually got to do food shopping, wash and prep all your groceries so they're all ready for the week, just so you don't panic every time you have to cut an onion because you've got to make dinner for yourself. There's so much to consider. So I'm gonna give you a very realistic overview of a day in my life. So I'm gonna head on over to the office now. It takes me roughly an hour and a half to get to the office. My offices are in London, and the reason it takes me so long is because we've located our office in the heart of London, which makes it more accessible for our Tone and Sculpt and our ONER employees to get to the office. So it takes me further because I'm on the outskirts. So it's totally fine. Not for me, but it's fine for them because I want to make their life super convenient, super easy. So I'm gonna drive there now with Button Bear, who hates the car. If you know, you know, she absolutely despises it. And I'm gonna get some work done. I tend to go to the office on Mondays. It's because I have so much admin to do and I don't wanna be stuck at home, so I do drive to the office. I've got my meal prep with me today. So here's another thing on how I stay on track. I meal prep. So I've got salmon, rice, and broccoli in there, and then I've got some oats for breakfast, and then a big bottle of water. I woke up early to get my workout in because I know by the time I come home, which will be roughly 7 to 8 p.m, I'm gonna be too shattered. So if I wake up early and just get as much done as possible, it's just gonna make me feel better throughout the day. Bunch of emails done, bunch of to-do lists already checked off. I did a power hour, which I always do in the morning to get as much done as possible. I work on literally 10% battery. So I imagine I'm on 10% and I get as much done as possible. Super efficient way to work. So let's head on over to the office now. Got so much to do for ONER Active and Tone and Sculpt is mad. So I got myself to the office and I had my overnight oats, which I made last night. So they just keep me going, and I realized I've had barely any water today. I don't know if you're like me. Sometimes I get to like 12, 1 p.m. and like there's like, I haven't had any water, and I'm literally like my head hurts, and I'm wondering why my head hurts. Well, it hurts because I've had 2 coffees today and absolutely no water. So right now I have a content strategy meeting with our head of social media at Tone and Sculpt. Her name is Amy. She's absolutely wonderful, absolutely incredible. So what I do is I have one of these meetings once a month. So what we do is we collect lots of inspiration, lots of ideas in a Slack channel, and we just throw it in there and then we discuss it once a month on how we can constantly improve our content at Tone and Sculpt. So when it comes to content creation, essentially one thing we have to remember is what pillars we want to target. So for example, do we want to target inspiration, motivation, educational? Do we want to target community or trainer based? So as you know, Tone and Sculpt has multiple trainers. We're gonna incorporate another trainer very, very soon on the Tone and Sculpt app, which I'm so excited for you to see. So we have to remember, we have to showcase the trainers and how they work out, because it's how we train our community. But we are also a community-based product. Our community means absolutely everything to us, so we showcase their successes more than the actual company itself. So I also was going through some of the data from last week's Tone and Sculpt app workout systems, and basically the Tone and Sculpt app community has achieved a whopping, I'm gonna get out now, I was just looking at all the stats that we gather. You have achieved a whopping 20 million reps and 2.3 million minutes worth of workouts and over 130,000 workout completions in less than 7 days, which is absolutely mind-blowing. Like, that's what we're achieving. So if you ever feel lonely, the Tone and Sculpt app is the place you want to be. If you don't know what to do, if you're a beginner, if you are advanced, if you're intermediate, the Tone and Sculpt app is simply for you. We do not sell the product, we sell the message. And the message is there are thousands of women globally from literally nearly 140 countries combined that are doing something for themselves that no one can take away from them. And that is why we work so hard as the team at Tone and Sculpt to achieve what we have so far. So I have my content strategy meeting now, and then after that I'm going to be brainstorming on the whiteboard for a little bit. On this board here I have some ONER stuff, which I can't really show you, but like there's loads of our new colours launching for the summer and new styles. And then at 4:45 I have another meeting. So today's total rally is I've had a total of 4 meetings. One new introduction to a new job at ONER Active. We've just hired our operations manager, which is huge. That's such an important role when it comes to a company. So I've briefed her on everything we're doing so far on a quarter-by-quarter basis at ONER Active. We've also finalized the International Women's Campaign at ONER Active month for March. It's already launched. Basically, we want to hear your extraordinary story and how wonderful you are, and we can share your journey. But we're also going to be contributing our March sales to a charity of our choice. So that's really special as well. Giving back is super important for companies. So yeah, lots of things happening constantly. And yeah, just thought I'd fill you in. I'm gonna have this meeting and I will speak to you in a bit. I have just finished that meeting and I have another meeting now with our next Tone and Sculpt trainer, and this meeting is all about social strategy and content. Get it all? Maybe I just showed you a new ONER color, maybe I didn't. But social media strategy and content and how we're gonna launch it. I'm so excited. She's so incredible, you have no idea. So yeah, and my camera's about to die, so I'm gonna have to record on my phone until I get home. So catch you later. So I am checking brand new ONER Active leggings, the sizing. So this is our classic collection. It's such a core product at ONER Active and we're constantly making it so much better. This is, I'm obsessed with these leggings. They just fit like a glove and I just love wearing them all the time. They're just my favorite. So right now I have different measurements. I've been sent an 80 centimeter one, 81, 82, 83, 84. So I'm testing out the different lengths. For me, the ONER Active leggings fit well. They are just a tad bit long, but it's not anything that I am like, oh God, I hate. But I constantly want to make things better for you guys, and I've listened to you and I've taken your feedback on board like I always will. And I think I've found like the 10-10 perfect length though for you. So I'm trying out the 81 length right now and it fits perfectly. I'm gonna just stand here, risk my life for you. It's a perfect length, as you can see. Love it. So I think 81 centimeters is a good length. I think anything shorter, then it's just going to be too short for everyone. I think anything longer, then you might as well go for the long length. So if you didn't know it as well, ONER Active offers 2 length leggings. We have our long for our tall girls, so we have a long length. So therefore, if you are 5'7" and above, you need to go for the long length leggings. If you are 5'6" to 5'5" and below, you need to go for the regular length. So we offer 2 length leggings, but I think this one, just looking in the mirror, is very good. Another thing done off the list. Okay, so now I'm approving a size and length of the leggings. I'm moving on to picking mesh. So can you see like the different types of meshes? Some of them are a little bit bigger holes, tinier holes. So literally I'm like sat here like this, trying to find the best mesh for our running shorts in our summer collection. So I'm just looking at them. Literally, this is me for the rest of my life. Just testing things, touching things, closing my eyes, and just feeling it. So this is what I do, so I have to look at it. I don't like that one at all. That feels so grainy. That one, no. I think it's number 1. I think it's number 1, ladies. I am in another meeting right now with the Tone and Sculpt head of ambassador athlete manager, who deals with me, Danielle, and all the trainers and all ambassadors, alongside with Amy, our head of social, and alongside Hayley, who is lead customer service support team.
But yeah, she's great again, lives in London, but she's in training still, but I think she...
So it's dark. I'm really sorry. I just got in the car and I'm gonna head on over home, drive back, which is about an hour and 20 minutes. Hopefully I get it done a little bit quicker. I'll stick to the speed limit, I promise you, before anyone says anything. But yeah, so it's been a long day, as you saw. Made some great decisions, had some great meetings. Just can't wait for the future, but you always have to plan ahead and things just take its time. Whilst I drive, I listen to an audiobook as much as I possibly can. So I tend to listen to about 2 hours a day, an audiobook, depending on if I'm driving, or an hour a day. The audiobook I'm listening to right now is called Your Next 5 Moves. And it is a business strategy book. I have listened currently, right now, 2021, I've listened to over 5 business audiobooks. So I listen to at least 2 a month, more, I'd say. This is my 6th one actually, but I love it. It educates me. I've always had this urge to learn, and I think you should always learn. Every single day is a learning day. So I'm gonna head back home. I'm actually gonna walk this one. Oh my God, did you see it right? She was like, what? So I'm gonna take her out, get some more movement in me, and then I'm gonna come back home, cook, and then I have a little bit more brainstorming to do for ONER Active's massive campaign shoot that's coming up for our next collection. So I've got that to do. So I'll meet you back home. I just got home and my key is stuck on my door. Oh, what is my life? Oh my God, it's so late as well. It's nearly 8 o'clock and my key is stuck. Do you know what? Shit show. Absolute shit show of a life. Look, my key. Well, that's really embarrassing. Wow, it just came out. So, we're not gonna talk about that because that was embarrassing. The key came out. Buttons is like, Mum, can you let me out now? I need to go to the toilet. So, I'm gonna make some dinner. So I'm gonna make a big hearty chicken salad. I've got my pre-washed spinach here, which is gonna be super helpful for me. I always pre-wash and chop up my veggies. But yeah, so like I said, it's quite late and I still have to walk her as well, and it's quite dark and I get a bit walking in the dark. I don't know about you, are you the same? So I'm gonna eat this quick. Got some lettuce here, some spinach, pop a bit of that in there. I'm gonna put some cucumber, some tomatoes, some feta cheese, because I'm Mediterranean.
I am Mediterranean!
'Cause I'm Mediterranean. Some shredded beetroot and some cucumber as well. And that's gonna be my salad with some chicken. It's been a busy day, and this is honestly what my normal life is. This is literally what happens. So whenever I record content, that I do content recording once a week with Sasha. So we create content together so I can actually, you know, create the relevant content for you guys. One thing I promised myself is a lot of CEOs, founders do this. As soon as they become founders, if they became founders through social, they stop creating content. And it's truly because it's a lot to do. Being an influencer, being an influencer in itself is a job. And I think people forget that, like, it is a job. It's a creative job. You know, people get paid a lot of money to just have a creative idea. So creating content is a job in itself. Add that to the equation of running 2 companies, running, you know, about 45 employees across both companies. It's a lot to do. So I can totally understand why so many founders and CEOs, executives stopped creating content, because it's truly draining. But one thing I did promise myself is, I said, regardless of where I am, I'm always going to create content, is because this is how I got to where I am today. It was through my community, believing in me, you know, investing into my vision. Like, you guys could have gone anywhere. You could have gone to a more established brand, to more established places, but you decided to invest in my dream. And to me, it's like, I'm not just gonna stop doing content because I've created that dream now. So it's also such a great way to stay connected. And I know it sounds bizarre because I'm essentially speaking to a camera, but I don't feel like that. I feel like I'm speaking to you, and I feel like I'm getting to know you through the DMs, through the comments, through everything that we speak about. So what I tend to do is, before I go to bed, it's become a habit now, and it's one of those things where it's a habit that I'm not proud of, but I love. I do go on my phone for a good hour, and I reply back to as many mentions as possible. So I try to reply back to every single tagged story every single day, and I go through my tagged pictures, and I send, like, my honor team any girls that I love their honor pictures that they've taken. I reply back to DMs, I reply back to as many comments as possible, and that's not because I feel like I have to, it's because I genuinely want to. It's what makes, you know, this all feel worth it. Like, it always makes it feel, yeah, like these hard days or these never-ending days are worth it when I get to hear your story. And I don't care how cringe that sounds, you know, I don't care how soppy that sounds, I genuinely mean it. So yeah, I do that every night for 1 hour before I go to bed. Regardless of how busy I am, I do it, because I would rather do that than sit and scroll on pointless shit that is so irrelevant. Oh, it's my air fryer. It's all about perception. And it's all about time management. The busier you get, the more organized you gotta be. So, classify myself the most organized person I know. So yeah. Right, nearly finished with the salad. I'm gonna have some leftovers. I put some lemon on it so it doesn't go all weird and stale. And it works, and tomorrow I can have this for lunch as well. And it'll be all grand. Right.